All right. Back again, John. Good to see you. How we doing, dude?
We're always back, dude.
How we doing, bro? Pass me no duels.
Yeah. You want me to open it for you?
No, I'll do it. I'll get my keys out. How we doing today? How you feeling? What's
Great,
happening?
dude.
Nice
Feeling-
shirt, dude. You look like a psycho again. You look like an aquarium. You look like someone
I'm
took
a
you on a field
peacock,
trip
dude.
onto
Let
an
me
aquarium.
peacock.
That's what that is? A peacock?
I think so, right?
I don't know what that one is, dude.
come
that
on,
one's
man.
really weird.
I gotta stop.
It looks like
drinking
you took
Stella.
a field. Why? I used to drink Stella. You don't like Stella?
No, I love Stella, but I feel like I'm just gonna die. No, look, that's like the peacock feather, right around my nipple, right? That's a peacock, right? That's the eye of the peacock.
Jesus, that's weird, dude.
Yeah,
Holy
dude.
crap.
The thing is, on
That was a
Amazon,
weird
they're just
look.
like, "Hey, you would like the shirt?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I would," and I just order it, and they're way too tight.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it's Fat Jack guy.
There's some guy like making crazy tie-dye shirts in New Mexico somewhere, and he's like, "Dude, this guy John just buys all these horrible shirts that I just target my ads directly at this one guy John. I make them in my bathtub, and then he buys all of them. That's so crazy, dude.
Ah, fuck! I meant to do Just for Men before this episode.
It's all right, dude. Don't worry.
right.
You look great and amazing.
Hey, cheers.
Cheers. All right, let's start the show, folks. What do you think? Let's dive into this puppy.
You are listening to Why That's Funny, a podcast that enlightens you on everyday things. Starring Andrew Ginsberg and Captain John.
All right, John. So why don't you tell everybody what's going on with? We're doing a special episode today.
Special episode. So, we've been doing this for about like 2 months, 3 months now, and a couple people have been asking us questions.
They send us questions to the Instagram. Or they DM us questions.
Why are you making me do this?
Yeah, I'll do this.
You're-
Sorry, hold on. Okay, folks. So on this week's episode, we've been doing this for a couple episodes now, and we've been asking people at the end to send us your questions or comments on Instagram or in real life or directly through text messages, and we've collected a bunch of those questions, and we wanted to make sure we did. We appreciate all 12 of you for listening to this. We really listen to you. We really appreciate you. We thank you for tuning in every single week, and we wanted to make sure that we address your questions. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this episode to answer our questions from our fans, / family members and close friends.
Yeah, this
Okay?
is our fan base episode.
This is for you guys. This is like if we ever make it, it's the Patreon episode.
Yeah.
We're answering their questions. Except all we do is lose money.
Now, should I say their names or what? Should I say like their names on Instagram or
No,
whatever?
you shouldn't give them people their full-blown identity. What are you talking? Why is that a question? Should I say their name? You could say their first name.
So this is from Jay.
I saved you guys just now. John was about to give everybody your
I was about to
address.
blast,
So
dude.
should I say their exact address or should I? All right, go ahead. Let's hear it.
This is from JE Double Freak.
Did you just make that up?
Nah,
Oh.
it's a nickname from one of our friends.
Okay. You know what? Just say their. What the fuck is? What was that? JE Double Freak?
This is from
What
Jeff.
are we in a sex chat
Nah,
room?
Chris always calls fucking Jeff JE Double Freak because it's Jeff JEFF.
All right. Okay. All right.
Whatever.
Jesus Christ.
So anyway,
we need to scrap this whole episode. No, go ahead.
so he wants to know
Yeah.
who would win in a basketball game, me or you.
Wow.
So I said that's not even supposed to be a question, dude. I would destroy him, no chance. But then he came back, and this is the real question: full court, 5-minute quarters. Mm-hmm. Now
I would destroy you in basketball. Dude. What are you talking about?
No. First of all, I was on a travel basketball
Everybody
team.
calls me LeBron.
Yeah, no, but I'm great at basketball.
Oh no, you're not.
No, I was on a travel
I'm
team.
LeBron James.
But listen, the only way you would win is if it was full court
Yeah.
and 5 minutes, because there's no chance. There's no chance if I could do 5-minute quarters. I can't run up and down the court 4 times and then keep playing
Well, let me tell you
basketball.
something about basketball. To quote Lil Bow Wow, basketball is my favorite sport. I love the way they dribble up and down the court, right? And I've always channeled that. That's always been like my mantra.
Yeah.
And a few years ago, a long time ago, I used to live in San Francisco. I had a roommate named Mark.
Ball.
And he used to say that he could beat me in basketball too. And one day, I challenged him to a game.
Hold on a minute. Are you being serious?
I'm
Like, you
dead
think you're
ser-
actually good at basketball?
I think that...
Like, if me and you go one-on-one, you think you could beat me?
Yeah, I think so. Well,
Wow.
I don't think that you're good at basketball. So it's like, I don't think that you're like better than me. Do you
Holy
think you
shit.
are? Do
Yes,
you play
100
basketball?
Yes, I played basketball my entire life.
I
was
don't recall
driving-
you ever playing basketball
Yeah,
the entire
because
time
the entire
I've ever
time
known
I've
you.
known you, I just drank in the woods the entire
Right.
time.
So what made? So you're bad at basketball. You haven't played
But
since you
I-
were 8. That doesn't count.
No, dude,
I was good at karate when I was a yellow belt.
I was driving the rec games. I was 17-year-old still playing basketball for rec.
What the hell is rec? What are you talking about?
You don't even know what rec is.
I know what rec is. Okay, so you're yeah.
So I'm an adult playing rec games. Like, I'm driving there and I'm playing with like 12-year-olds. I'm destroying them, dude.
You were 17. You're saying you were good at destroying 12-year-olds at a rec basketball
Dude,
game.
but
then you haven't played since you were 17. You're 57
We might
now.
have to do a one-on-one and get a little camera stand and film the whole game. And
I'm
cut
down.
It.
I mean, well, the reason I think I can win is not because I think I'm good at basketball. I was horrible at it. When I played basketball on the rec team, I shot at the wrong net. My dad wouldn't look me in the eyes. He told me I wasn't really his son. I was like, and Tom Daly, who was the coach of the team, kicked a folding chair across the room, and I was like, and he was like, you don't know what net? And he was all mad at me. So yeah, I'm not the greatest, but I tell you this, I feel like I can run longer than you, and maybe I'll get lucky and get a
But if we play half court to 7, you're fucked.
I don't know, dude. I mean, you haven't played since you were 17.
I played with Liam all the time.
Okay, do you destroy him?
Nah.
You're like, yeah, you don't?
Well, yeah, because I'm not trying, you know.
Right.
But if I'm trying,
You just said you destroy 12-year-olds when you play basketball.
The problem is, if we do this, if we go outside and we set up the camera and everything, I might have a full-blown fucking heart attack. Like, I might just die because
But that
I
would be
won't
hilarious.
quit.
Mhm.
I don't quit.
You really?
So I would really die. Dude, when I tried
Is
out
that how
for,
you see yourself?
when I tried out for the travel basketball team, right, when I was 16 years old,
Yeah.
I woke up in the hospital during tryouts. I think that's kind of why I made the team.
Right.
Because I had cramps. We were doing suicides. You know what suicides are?
Yeah.
So you run from one side to the foul line, one side to the three-point line, one side to half court, and then you do the whole thing.
Right.
I got a cramp during the suicides.
Uh-huh.
I stopped breathing so it wouldn't hurt anymore so I could make the team.
Yeah.
Woke up in the hospital with potassium in my arm.
Uh-huh.
My mom's crying. Thought I died.
Right.
Had the whole
She was
ambulance
like,
come.
he's just too good at basketball.
But
he
then I
goes
made
too
the
hard.
team.
He doesn't quit.
So I
You
never
made the team because they felt bad. They're like, oh, this fucking stupid kid.
But then I was on the travel team for 3 years. 'cause I
passed out
proved
trying
myself.
to make the team.
I was the only fat guy in the team. But dude, no, I boxed out everybody. Dude, no one had a chance.
I don't know. Listen, like I said,
skilled.
I lived in San Francisco. Same situation. My roommate.
They
Mark,
called me White Shaq.
He used to tell me that he could beat me in basketball. White Shaq. Oh man.
So anyway, yeah, you moved to San Francisco, kid. Yeah, but what is this? Another Jewish friend that you have?
No. Then we had a one-on-one game, and and then everybody came out to watch because we had talked so much shit that they had started calling me LeBron. All my friends.
Oh
and stuff.
yeah, you used to be LeBron. In San
They
Francisco.
called me LeBron.
I remember when I came out there and people were calling you Bron, and I didn't understand.
Yeah, that was my nickname. I was LeBron.
Wow, you were
But that was
LeBron.
because we played the one-on-one basketball game and he destroyed me. I didn't get a single basket. I lost it was 20-something to 0. I completely got shut out. Didn't get a single basket. And then everybody called me LeBron after that.
Oh yes, that was like
But-
a homage.
Yeah, but I guess I'm saying I don't think you're good at basketball, so I don't think that it's like I don't know. Who knows? I mean, I
think we gotta do it.
I'm down to play one-on-one basketball against you. I guess. I don't know. I feel
I
like
think
we
I'll
both,
squash you. I think it'll be.
I don't think it'll
20-0.
be squashed.
I think I'll squash you, dude. Squash.
I think pure. I don't know.
Nah, pure.
You
adrenaline.
haven't played in 20 years.
Yeah,
and
but-
the last time you played, you were hospitalized trying to make the team.
That's not the last time I played, but
Okay,
yeah, all right. But
And you
yeah,
play
yeah.
against your 13-year-old son, and he beats you. I don't know. I'm not feeling like this is gonna be a big challenge. I mean,
Yeah,
maybe. I don't
well,
know.
We'll see.
If I start brushing up a little bit, like maybe hitting the courts a little bit here and there, I'll start practicing. I think I'll be all right.
Yeah, if you play New York basketball, it's gonna be.
Oh
different when
yeah,
you
well
come
then
down
I'll go.
here.
Yeah, I'll go play Adam Sandler and get destroyed. Why do you play in basketball? All right.
Wow, that was a pretty good fucking impression.
Nah, it's
Yeah,
all right.
it's all right.
I've had a few little duels. What can I say?
All right, I got
I
another.
love basketball.
So he gave me 2 questions. I wasn't sure how good that fucking first one was gonna be. So here's the.
I thought that
second
was
one.
okay.
It was a good question,
Yeah.
but here's the real question:
Wow. That wasn't the real question.
would you rather
Oh boy.
wear gloves anytime you're in public? Every time you're in public, you have to wear gloves, or
Yeah.
every time you go food shopping, you have to drive 2 hours.
Who sent this?
Jeff.
Jeff.
So you have to know.
It's kind of a weird thing to contemplate because the two have no relationship to each other.
Well, that's the hardest part. It's like, all right, well then I'll obviously wear gloves in public all the time. But now you're in public, you're downstairs in my basement, you have to have gloves on. You have to have.
Yeah,
plastic.
I think I'd choose the 2-hour food shop.
Every time you go food shopping, you have to go 2 hours away.
I would just buy tons of groceries.
Yeah, I guess that's a bad question. Let me see what else we got.
No, I mean, I don't know. I don't
Nah,
want to wear
'cause
gloves
that's right,
all the
that's
time.
right,
You want
that's
to wear, what
right.
am I, Michael Jackson? I don't want to wear gloves all the time.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't do this episode.
Oh, you're over the questions?
Yeah, I'm over the questions.
Wow. All right,
Yeah.
let me tell you something that's been on my mind.
All right, yeah.
No, we're keeping this all in, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right,
let me tell you something that's been on my mind. I've been thinking a lot lately about... So I actually tried to write a joke about this, and I thought I wanted to talk about it and why that's funny. So when I was living with my dad... with my mom while
When
my
were you living with dad?
well, I was living with my mom while my dad
Oh, when
was
your
sick.
dad was sick.
I got on her TV schedule, so every night I was sitting down watching TV with her.
Okay.
And we were crushing the Wheel of Fortune. Have you
Oh.
seen the Wheel of Fortune?
I haven't seen it in years, but I used to watch it all the time.
You don't fuck with the wheel?
No, I play the Wheel of Fortune on
Lottery tickets.
No, that too. Yes, but on PlayStation you have the Wheel of Fortune.
You had a game?
Yeah, me and Tara would play Wheel of Fortune before we got really into Mario Party. Now we can't do anything else besides crush Mario Party.
Right.
But we used to play Wheel of Fortune against other people online, and we would crush them, dude. No
Really?
chance. Yeah.
Really?
She's really good at it. I suck.
Oh, well, here's what I noticed. I'm surprised that in the history of the Wheel of Fortune, there's never been a guy who's on the show because he really, really needs the money. You know what I mean? Like he's like, listen, I'm out of options here. You know, I'm crippled with debt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on the Wheel of Fortune. I'm gonna just try to spin because there's no billionaires spinning. You gotta need the money, but these people don't seem like they need it that
They
badly.
really don't.
But then you're winning. So I'm watching this. That's what I was saying with my mom while I was watching it. I was like, this guy just won like 10 grand on one spin. I would be like, can I leave?
Yeah, but no.
I don't want to guess the puzzle.
No, but that's the whole thing.
I just won 10 grand.
Because you have to keep spinning because you have to get that bankrupt. That's a gamble. So you have to.
But then, okay, this is my problem. This is when you go bankrupt, some of these guys, they got like 30K. Then one spin you go bankrupt, and they act like it's like how fun, like it's like Ryan Seacrest is like, oh shucks, like crackers, you just went,
Ryan, this is new. I'm thinking Paul.
It's recently I'm watching
thinking Sajak.
No, he's done. They put him back in the cryogenic chamber where he came from. They're going to bring him out in 10,000 more years. He died in 1960. Then they brought him back to life using genetically modified technology. No, this is true, so that he could host the show. They channel his consciousness. He's like a Starlink thing or something.
No, but for real life, is Sajak dead?
Is
or
Sajak
Seacrest
dead? No.
show?
Sajak can never die. It's like Voldemort. He separates himself into like several.
So now Sajak Seacrest.
He morphed. He turned it. Yeah, they put him in a machine. He came out as Ryan Seacrest. They said we got to refresh him.
Sorry,
we got to
tell me the
refresh
story. This guy
No,
lost
Sajak's
30,000.
both alive and dead at the same time, but Ryan Seacrest is a separate entity.
Okay.
He's also a cyborg. I believe he'll never age.
Oh, Seacrest does New Year's Eve.
He was
every
designed by like MSNBC to make money.
Yeah,
he's also like some sort of like.
Did he ever sing? What did he do?
Yeah, whatever they need him to. He'll basically, if you need somebody to make $10 million for doing something, he's the guy.
Yeah.
Like we need a guy to go host New Year's Eve or
was
this.
he TRL? Is that what Ryan Seacrest
No, that was Carson. That
was Carson Down.
He was like the first model Ryan Seacrest. He didn't shape out because they were like, it turns out nobody likes this guy when he's not talking about music videos. But Ryan Seacrest, everybody like anything you make him do. He's like, Dancing with the Stars or whatever he does.
He does that?
I don't know. Probably he does. I'm saying he was designed by these companies to do this kind of stuff.
These week old balls are pretty good.
Yeah. I'm good on the pickleballs. I'm good on those. But anyway.
All right. So anyway, the guy lost $30,000.
And Ryan Seacrest, he's just like, oh shucks, oh crackers, there it goes. I would be like, yo, spin that fucking shit again, bitch.
Yeah, I'd be so.
I just lost $30K. That would have solved all my problems, dude. Are we serious right now? How does that never happen where nobody had a meltdown on the air?
I don't know.
They're like, dude, no.
Yeah,
like no, this can't be happening. This can't be happening. And like that's surprising. And then this is like what I wanted to say. I tried to write a joke about. I am writing a joke about this, but I think this is very funny. You're completely bankrupt. You have nothing, right? And everybody else has the money, and you have zero. And then you win. I saw this happen to a guy. Then he won a trip to Mexico. I'd be like, bro, like I don't want to go. I have no money.
Like, so he spun, lost all his money. And
it's like you just won like 10 days in Carmen del Playa. It's like, okay, I'm dead broke, and now I have to spend 10 days with my family.
But can you sell that? Can you sell the 10 days?
No, and that's another thing. It says sticker price $10,000. That's what it said. 10 days in Carmen del Playa.
Can you choose the 10,000 instead?
That's what I'm saying. Oh, yo, give me $9,500. I'll go to Mexico for round trip $500. I'll stay 10 days. It doesn't cost 10 grand to go to Mexico. So if I'm winning a trip, you're telling me, yo, give me $9,500 and I'll spend some of that on a trip to Mexico. What trip to Mexico costs 10 grand?
Dude, I don't know. You have to be like it has to be.
You have to be really like
literally have to.
You could buy Mexico for 10 grand,
dude. There has to be like a mound of cocaine every morning that you just slam your face.
That's what I say.
All right, I'm ready for Mexico.
They better fill the mini fridge with fentanyl.
Yeah,
put it all in the mini fridge. You got
not even do cocaine, dude. $10,000.
I'm talking Mexico. They got the fentanyl.
Feel my body.
Yeah, put the fentanyl in the mini
Throw me
fridge.
into the ocean.
Put it in the mini fridge. 10 grand.
10 grand.
So that's what I've been thinking when I'm watching these shows. I'm like, yo,
I'll be a Fenty boy for 10 grand.
I just feel like it's surprising that nobody's ever completely bugged out or had a meltdown in the whole history of the show.
No, that's crazy.
No one's ever like attacked like Patrick Sajak. Be like, what'd you say, man?
Yeah,
that's how you spell somewhere over the rainbow. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? you know. So then after that, we start watching Jeopardy. So apparently Alex Trebek died. I had no idea.
Oh yeah, it happened while
Some other guy doing it.
It was
now.
so
Same
random.
guy.
He was like, "Hey, listen, I'm sick," and then the next week he died. It was just like boom, boom. It was real quick.
What is cancer? And then he died. And then they have a different guy now. But same thing. It's like I'm watching these people. I'm like, how do you know this? How do you learn this stuff? Like, why does everybody know? How do you know these facts? I always watch Jeopardy.
They're autistic. That's what it
I
is.
watch it and I'm like, I'll know all these things.
No.
You know, it'll be like 18th century literature or whatever. Like, you know, I have a degree in English and I'm like, I didn't get a single question. I don't know anything.
No, of course.
My dad used to get, when I used to watch it with him when I was a kid, he would get all the sports questions right.
Yeah, so do I.
Any sports question, he would get it right.
So do I. It's the easiest part.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. It's like when the field goal guy, how much is a field goal worth after a touchdown? And they're like, 3? I'm like, you fucking nerd.
Yeah,
dude.
of course you don't know what it is. You fucking pussy. Pussy doesn't know how much it is. I know.
I'll kick your ass
Yeah,
for
go
that
ahead.
5 grand.
Go ahead and tell us about Renaissance art.
Yeah.
Fucking loser.
Some gay shit, dude.
So I got really into those shows, though. I'm telling you, I was spinning the wheel and watching. I get why people watch Jeopardy.
So listen, now you're talking about this.
Yeah.
My wife, we had a baby, and she just went full blown mom. Only watches the Food Network now. That's
love that.
it.
I like that though.
So she just watches Chopped, right?
Yeah. Oh, Chopped is nice.
All she cares about is Beat Bobby Flay and Chopped. Like I had to show her that. Like I'm like, yo, what? We have a kid, and now you're 64. You don't know how to work the fuck. I'm like, she's like, I can't watch. I heard that like Chopped goes on to Bobby Flay, and I can't figure it out. I'm like, Tara.
Awesome.
I'm like, yo, we're 37 years old. Like, you have a phone. I looked it up. You go on Max, you go to season 42, you see Chopped, and they beat Bobby Flay. So whatever, it doesn't matter. But what you were saying is hilarious because, like, you're like, these people are all rich and everything, but when I'm watching Chopped, they're like, they do like an interview, and they're like, well, what would you do with this money? He's like, well, listen.
They're right about to foreclose on my restaurant.
My son has cancer.
Yeah.
And they're going to foreclose this $10,000 would be really good. And then they open up, like, you lose! And the other guy literally, I'm not kidding, the episode I was watching, the guy's like, I'm not going to lie, I just want a Porsche.
No way.
And he won!
Of course.
He
It's America, baby. Good answer, dude. Yeah, it's like your croquettes didn't even taste good. We just like the way you think.
I was like,
you're one of us. Wow. You use brandy to make potato croquettes?
When they were
Here's
talking
the
about
Porsche.
the guy who had the kid with cancer and the guy who won the Porsche, like, I gotta tell you, the one of the judges was like, these two are so similar. Like, it's really a tie. And then like they just came back like, oh, your job kid with cancer, your son's gonna die. He gets a Porsche. Woo! I was like, damn, they could have literally just given it to that guy, man. I don't know why they did that to him.
Well,
I felt so bad.
It really comes down to how you use the ingredients in the basket, dude. I mean, what are you gonna do? It's a fair competition. There's nothing you can do about that. I agree with that. The judges on Chop know what they're doing.
So I have a very, very red right-wing Republican aunt that my mom lives with.
Okay.
My mom turned into a right-wing person because of my aunt. Like, she said, did you see that the Mexicans are actually tainting the water?
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that.
Yeah, sure.
So, like, I go down there last Sunday and
to visit your mom and her roommate?
Yeah, pretty much. So I had to call my mom to make sure she didn't smoke cigarettes in the house all day because I have a newborn.
Oh.
They aired out the whole house. By the way,
you're coming. I forgot to not smoke cigarettes in the house.
Kids' hair still smelled like cigarettes.
Sure.
And so did all of our clothes because they smoked in it for the last 6 years.
Oh, your mom's still ripping those bogues, huh?
Loves them, dude.
Damn,
Sound
she's
Slim
an
Light
old school
100s.
cigarette lady. I'll give it to her.
I'm like, why don't you quit? She's like, why?
Like, what do I
What's the fucking point now?
Who gives a fuck?
I'm like, you have a grandson.
Yeah.
She's
so
like,
what? So I had you. I didn't make me stop. I didn't want to live for you.
She smoked my entire pregnancy.
Yo, really? That makes a lot of sense.
There's video footage. We'll put it on Instagram one day. It's funny as hell. My dad's like, look, she's still smoking. She's like, shut up.
Shut up. Turn that camera off. All right.
So anyway, I go
they didn't
down
know it was
there.
bad for them back then.
Yeah, no, they did.
Yeah, well, whatever. They ignored
I
it.
talked to Tara's mom. She's like, no, I quit smoking when I was like, yeah, my mom did it. I was 5 pounds when I was born.
That's all libtard propaganda.
Yeah, it's all.
That's all. You could smoke.
So I'm telling my aunt, I'm like, yeah, Tara just watched Chopped. She's like, a lot of politics and Chopped. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, they always know who's gonna win. I'm like, they always pick the person that has cushion in a chef's world. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Your mom's a conspiracy theory
my
lady?
aunt.
Oh, your
my
aunt. Yeah.
She's, I'm like, it's my mom's aunt. So it's like my second cousin or whatever.
Oh, my God. Your mom lives with her aunt?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That lady must be fourth. How many cigarettes does she smoke?
Oh, my God.
A lot.
So many cigarettes.
Your house is like a Borgata lounge.
Dude, and they live in a trailer, which is hilarious. Yeah. So there's no circulation. Yeah,
in,
the Pine Barrens.
Damn, dude.
We're going deep.
God,
we're smoking
Jesus
cigarettes
Christ.
in a trailer in the Pine Barrens.
What has happened to our parents?
Woo!
Your mom.
My dad lives in Claridge Court with his fucking girlfriend.
Yeah.
And my mom lives in the trailer, and that's
in a cigarette trailer.
And it's just crazy because my dad was just the richest
to the
man
smoking section,
and just lost all of his money.
He's back now, though, right?
Oh yeah, he's great. Yeah, he's great now. Yeah. And like, listen, Claridge is great.
Did he win it back, or did he?
No, he signed himself out of all the casinos. He pretends like he doesn't gamble anymore.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't go anywhere. I'm like,
I can't. You know me, John. I don't gamble.
Yeah.
I'm going to the parks this weekend, though. But not.
I'm not going to AC.
Just going to the parks. I wanted to check out the parks. I heard it's nice over there. That's crazy, dude. Damn.
All right. So can I get into a subject that I'm very sensitive about right now?
If you want to do this, then let's do it, my friend. Right. I want. You're very sensitive about. Let's hear it. All right, let's hear it, buddy.
So it's a very Italian.
Let me get into my therapy position.
It's a very Italian Guido fucking thing. Mm-hmm. Okay.
But you're an Irish prick.
Yes.
Okay.
I hate when people kiss each other on the cheeks and hug when you come into a place. Yeah. And I've noticed that it's my Irish family. When I see my cousin and stuff, I'm not fucking going to my cousin. I'm like, oh, what's up, dude? Love you.
Well, no one does that.
No.
Yeah. Well, Italian people do it, and Greek people do it.
But it's not. It's not. It's New York and Old Bridge, dude. When I go to places, dude, I'm telling you, man. People are always hugging and kissing.
What?
Always.
Hugging and kissing.
You're like, how was it been?
Not where I come from.
I haven't seen you since last week.
Yeah.
No, well, you're a Jew, so you're the same thing as being an Irish person.
I don't even hug and kiss my mother.
Listen, Jews and mixed don't hug and kiss. We all hate each other. We all hate our families.
Yeah, we don't hug and kiss.
But the thing is,
we don't say I love you. We don't hug. We don't kiss.
Guineas hate their families too, but they don't show it.
Right.
They
pretend to love.
They kiss, hug, and then hey. I'm
really not into that. The hugging and kissing.
No, dude.
I'm with you. I mean, but I don't see anybody really do it except people that are like 5,000 pounds and walk into a pizza place.
You're fucking New York all the time. You never see people like,
only if they're 5,000 pounds and then they walk into a pizza place and they go, hey. Whenever you're in a pizza place, there's always a 5,000 pound guy that walks in and goes, I came just to break balls. Yeah. And then he walks in and he's kissing everybody. Those kind of guys.
It really upsets me.
And Greek guys do it too.
Oh, Greek.
You go to a
you go
to a diner.
Like not Muslims. Albanian.
Yeah. No, Muslims don't even look at their wives. They don't kiss them.
No, but Albanian guys.
Yeah.
Albanian guys.
Albanian guys. Very touchy-feely. I know a lot of Albanian guys.
Yeah. My whole thing
is
that
Albanian guys are basically Italian guys.
Unless you're an Irish or a Jew, you're just a terrible person. That's
all
right.
What
I've started noticing. I'm just racist now, dude.
Yeah, fair enough.
I decided that as I got older,
I like how you're excluding the Jews from your races. I like the Jews,
Listen, Hasidics run the country.
It is tax day after all.
You have to back them, because they run the country.
Who, the Irish?
No, the Hasidics.
Jews.
Yeah.
Oh, the Hasidics don't run the country. They just run a small portion of Brooklyn.
And Lakewood.
For sure.
But anyway, what I'm saying is the older I've gotten, I've noticed that I think I just don't care about people, man.
Is that the point of this whole story?
Yeah,
with the kissing and the hugging?
It really fucking upsets me because
I don't see how these are related.
Because I go to places and it'll be like a fucking aunt or a cousin or anything, and we don't do anything. But then I'll talk to people and they're like, yeah, I've been bringing this up to a bunch of people at work, at my friends, and they're like, no, what? That's not weird. I'm like, why is that not weird?
Yeah, it's weird.
But see, I'm upset because I thought you weren't going to think that was weird.
What, you think I want to hug and kiss people?
So now
I don't hug anybody. I don't kiss anybody. I don't hug a damn person. I don't even hug anybody. I don't hug nobody. I don't hug my grandma. I don't hug nobody. You catch me hugging people. You never see it. If someone touched me, I'm like, ugh, get away.
But someone like your brother. I could see
I'm gonna hug him.
No, but I could see him going to hug and kiss.
Hell
somebody.
no.
No, you don't think so?
No.
You said he's a gangster kid.
You're conflating gangster kids with Italian and Greek people and stuff. It's different. I mean, the hugging, that's like a European thing. The gangster kids don't do that.
Nah. No, gangster kids do
French
that,
people
dude.
do it. It's European.
Gangster kids definitely do that. Dude, most gangster kids are from Brooklyn.
I don't see a lot of people kissing and hugging. The only time I see anybody
You're
kissing...
in New York. You don't see people kissing and
I
hugging.
do. When I'm in a pizza
only
place.
5,000 pound
and a 5,000 pound guy comes in.
So when you're like...
and goes, hey, I came here just to break a little balls. They go, Vinny. And then they hug him and kiss him.
When you're in the back of a comedy show, there's not like just some guy like, hey, man, how's it going? Like,
I would knock him unconscious if he did that. If
someone
came up to me and said, hey,
not you,
bro,
but I'm saying you don't see
hilarious.
people like fucking like hugging, like, hey, how's it been? I haven't seen you in a while.
No, I only see this in pizza places. I'd never see it anywhere else. I really don't. I've only seen it happen in pizza places. It's the only time I've seen that happen anywhere. No, I do not do that.
That's fucking
No,
crazy,
I do not do that.
That's a crazy statement. There's no way you haven't seen that other places.
I haven't hugged my mom since 1997.
I understand that, but when you go to a family party, I know your mom's Jewish, so it's hard.
My mom's not Jewish. My mom's Italian.
Your mom's Italian. Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
your mom's Italian. So when you go for Easter, when you go for Christmas, there's no other family members like, oh, hey, I'm Marguerite. Mom.
We don't. My family don't.
Uncle
do that.
Tony.
My mom's new Christmas personality is that she's an alcoholic. Did I tell you that? She's just decided at the age of like 67 one day that she's into drinking now. She never drank her whole life, and now she walks into this year.
Do me a favor, because I don't think you've ever talked about this in this podcast. Talk about the first time Magenta met your mom.
Oh yeah, so I'm seeing this girl Magenta.
Yeah,
and so we brought her over for. It's a funny story.
I love this.
I'm glad that you brought this up.
You never brought this up on the podcast. It's my favorite story.
So this year on Thanksgiving, I was like, okay, she's going to meet my mom. Brought her over to my brother's house for Thanksgiving. That's where we do it, right down the street over here. And, so my mom her new thing is that she drinks or made drinking her personality, but she never drank.
Yeah,
she never really drank like alcohol. Really,
yeah, she hated you.
It's not even about alcohol. Life. I know. When I was drinking, she hated it. and she walks in and like the first thing she says is she's like, I'm like, okay, my mom's here. I was like, it's gonna be okay. It's all gonna be fine. She's like busting the door. She's like, where's the fucking bottle? Like she's like, I can't. she's like, I came to get drunk. Like that's her whole thing now. She's like,
I should hang out with your mom. Now.
I know. I said to her, I was like, what are you, Murphy? What are you doing? What's happening? And I was saying to her, I was like, I don't know why she's acting like this. And she's like, where's the glasses at? Like, where's the glasses at? And like my girlfriend doesn't drink either. So.
Did your mom know she was meeting your girlfriend for the first time?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
And she's like, get the glasses out. I was like, yo, we both don't drink. And my mom's like, you don't drink it? Like, first of all, I haven't drank in 5 years.
Yeah.
Still, every time I'm at a party with my mom, she goes, what, you don't drink? And I go, I told you I don't drink anymore. She goes, you used to be fun. You used to be, what?
You used to be
She's
fun.
like, you're not fun no more. I was like, yo, you hated me when I was drinking. What are you saying?
Wow, sounds exactly like how I talk to you. You used to be fun.
I know. It's like, you're Murphy. My mom's personality is she's Murphy now. She's like, give me that fucking bottle. She's like, I came to get, boy, do I suck it back. I came to get drunk. That was Thanksgiving. Then on Christmas, again, I went to my family party in Long Island. My mom walks in, give me that fucking wine. And she's just going around the room roasting everybody. She's like, you got fat, you got bald. And she's just hitting the fucking wine bottle.
What's your dad say about
this? Then she takes the bottle and she throws it on the floor like that, and wine smashes everywhere and stuff like that. She goes, I don't give a fuck.
No way. Is she drunk though?
I don't. My dad said so. Then my dad and I took every time we're at like a family party, my dad's like, I gotta take a drive. That's what he's been doing my whole life. He's like. He's like, I need a little space time to myself. I gotta take a drive.
You gotta get out of there.
He's like, I gotta take a drive. So he always does this. He's like, I just remembered I need gas. Or something, and then he's always been that way. That's how he deals with stuff. So he's like, I'm just gonna take a drive. But I was like, yo, I'll come with you. Like,
yeah. I gotta go.
He was like, I forgot something in my hotel, and I was like, I'll come with you. So. I jump in the car with my dad. I'm like, yo, what is this with mom and the drinking? And he's like, oh, she's just pretending. I'm like, why? But like that doesn't answer the question.
What do you mean she's just pretending?
He's like saying she's pretending to be drunk. Like she's pretending to be like all about drinking. But I'm like, but why is that what she's pretending to do? Why is she acting like she's Murphy retired? Now? I think she just thinks that we think it's like cool or funny or something. I don't know.
Well, she waited fucking way too long.
I know. She should have been back with me 10 years ago.
Like this? Oh my god, you had your mom's house all the time.
I was like, why are you drinking? Why is like your whole personality drinking now? When did this happen? And like also, if you are pretending, then why? I don't think you're cool. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with my 70-year-old mom?
I was like, what am I gonna do now?
What's gonna be my personality?
There's nothing else to do. You just got to drink. I thought that when
she doesn't really. I don't think she doesn't drink unless she comes to these parties. That's like her vibe. Like that's what she.
So she doesn't drink when she's just with your dad.
I don't think so. No.
You should find that out.
He said she doesn't. He said he goes, she's just pretending. She's just pretending. She's just pretending to be. That's what she does. She thinks it's funny or something. I'm like, what?
Well, maybe it is funny. Is it funny? If you weren't,
no, it's funny. It's just weird. It's like, give me that fucking bottle.
Yeah, that's great. If my mom came to a family party and said, "Give me that fucking bottle," I'd be pumped.
She's like, we like to drink around here. Yeah, we this house.
That's what she's saying.
Yeah, she was saying that to my girlfriend. She was like, we get drunk in this house. I was like, no, we don't. What are you saying, dude? Why are you saying that this is what we're about? Like,
this is what we do in this house.
This is what.
Welcome to Jersey.
It's like, we're not your average family. We get drunk. You know, like, okay, what are you saying, dude? It's not. You know, it's not what you were saying when I was peeing on your living room floor 10 years ago.
Or smashing the keyboard on a tree.
Yeah,
I remember.
Yeah, how was that?
Remember that.
Well, I remember distinctly coming home one night, really drunk
From the slug.
Well, one night I was like 20 or 19, and I walked in the house and I just started peeing all over the kitchen floor. And I remember my dad just like, "What are you doing? No!" You know, and I was like, "Get away from me, man! You know, you stop narking on my good time." And on my 21st birthday is when I came home from the slug and
smash your keyboard on a tree.
Smashed my keyboard on the tree in the backyard. Then I slept in the backyard, and they just left me there. They saw me sleeping. They were like, "Fuck him."
Let him sleep it off.
Yeah,
he's 21.
Yeah, I was 21 that night.
Let him go.
I remember waking up with a million text messages like, "Where are you? Are you okay?" from like all my friends and stuff because I guess I had just vanished.
Yeah, you just.
And in those days when you vanished,
you did vanish.
Yeah.
You were gone.
And when you vanished back then, it was a big problem.
Yeah,
it was like
fuck.
It was before Uber was invented. Yeah. So it's like, who knows where he went? He couldn't have taken an Uber. He couldn't have just got out of here.
I'll never forget when one of our friends, like, he was celebrating his birthday at the bar, and he just left. And we're like, "Oh no, he's leaving!" And cop pulled him over immediately. That was the best.
Calypta.
Yeah, so
there was a period of time where everybody was getting DWIs.
All my friends have DWIs. I never got one, and I'm one of the biggest drunks out of all of them.
Yeah, but you don't drink and drive.
Yes,
you've always been scared of drinking and driving.
Terrified of it. Well, I know why? Because my mom said, if you ever get
John, if you ever drink and drive,
if you ever get a DWI. I will come and pick you up, but you are no longer my son. She's like,
holy shit.
Yeah, she said, I won't be mad.
That's nice she's going to pick you up.
And I brought this up to her the other day. She's like, oh, yeah, I meant every word of it. If you ever got DWI, I just wasn't going to care about you anymore. And
wow, that's pretty serious.
Yeah.
It's pretty hardcore.
And she's like, did it help you not drink and drive? I was like, it really did.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It's crazy.
You are not my son.
Yeah, you're just not my son anymore.
But I will pick you up and drive you home.
Yeah,
that's nice. It's like, okay, well, now you're my cab driver.
But I called her
Can I call you Muhammad instead of Mom?
Second week I was drunk. Second week I was drunk. I called her bluff. It was a Wednesday.
Yeah.
I was Browntown closed out 2 a.m. I called her. I'm like, yo, bitch. Guess what? Uber's not invented yet.
Hey, Mark. Hey. Just cashing in on that offer.
I'm like, you also gotta drive home AJ because he'll drive drunk. Yeah. You gotta drive home Jeff because he'll drive drunk. You gotta drive home Eric because he'll drive drunk. And boom! Get the fan going, bitch.
Fair. Honestly, my dad used to do that too. My dad used to pick up everybody.
Before or after you got
after. Next time you could just call me. I'm like, I would.
Damn, I wish you would have told me that before.
He had some. My dad got put in situations where he was driving around a lot of crack. Will you pass me another O'Doul's, by the way? Mm-hmm. He was driving around a lot. All this talk about drinking really got me excited.
I already had 6 beers. You're definitely gonna have to get a ride home from my wife tonight.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. What do you call? Let me get my keys here. My dad. When I was a kid, 15 or so, I failed math for the year. I had to go to summer school. My dad had to drive me.
You had to go to a summer school?
I went to summer school at Salk.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You need Adderall.
No, it was the greatest decision I ever made, honestly.
Failing.
Yeah, failing math because I hated geometry. I couldn't do it. I didn't understand it.
You didn't understand circles.
I didn't understand
squares.
Triangles. No, I just really didn't. I was like, what do you mean it's obtuse?
Yeah.
I just didn't get it.
Base time, width time, times half, dude.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Who gives a fuck about a triangle? Triangles are for gay people. How's that sound? I never liked it, and I never got into it. So I failed for the year, but then I had to go to summer school, and summer school was like, it's like 3 weeks, and you're in there with all the bad kids. You're having a great time. You're smoking weed. Teachers doesn't care at all. You can smoke cigarettes. Yeah, it was great.
And
then you had to give up a few weeks. But now, forget it. Probably lockdown situation. But back then, it was really like, hey, we're going to give you. Then it'll just show up as like an A on your regular report card. On your transcript.
Because they knew, not you, but the other kids, like the kids from like Stratford Apartments at London Terrace, they're like, these kids have no chance.
Yeah.
They're like, these,
just put them over here.
Give them all A's. Just got to show them that, hey, when you fail, you have to do this in the summer.
Yeah, well, my dad used to drive because he used to go pick up all the bad kids. I was like, I can get you a ride. My dad will drive us. It's like me in the car, like Chris Haynes, a bunch of bad kids. It was awesome, dude. Several times I was in that situation, so he always got exposed to like all this kind of crazy stuff. Is all I was trying to say. Yeah. Summer school was a great time.
Summer school was a great time.
It was a great time. Yeah.
All right, I got another question though.
All right, let's hear it.
We'll go back to the questions real quick.
Jeez.
So this actually has to do with what we were just talking about. One of my guys, Grant, said, "You get to drunk drive any vehicle from any movie or TV show. Mm-hmm. What are you drunk driving?"
I'm not a big vehicle guy. I honestly think
you get the drunk drive. Like, what would you want to be
I wouldn't
drunk?
get caught and nobody would get hurt.
Yeah,
and I also wouldn't get hurt.
Yeah, you're not getting hurt.
So I just get the thrill of being intoxicated and driving a vehicle.
Blacked out in a giant parking lot that you can hit 80.
Not even parking lot, dude. I would honestly drive a train drunk. That'd be awesome.
Whoa.
Imagine that. Flying on like an Amtrak, just wasted out of your mind.
I didn't think of that at all.
This next train is stopping at my ex-wife's house.
Damn, dude.
Choo-choo.
Damn, you took that to another level. I didn't even think of that. Driving a train drunk is hilarious because you can go mad far.
Yeah.
And you could just keep drinking because you don't have to worry about anybody.
Nobody.
So you could just go to Montana if you wanted to.
And you can keep drinking and you can just fly.
Yeah.
But I would love to drive a train. It'd be very cool.
Like, when you're driving a train, though, is there other people coming on the same tracks? Like, not in the subway, but, like, in real life?
I've never driven. You're asking me like I know anything about fucking trains. I don't know. I don't know anything about the train.
You know, it's a weird thing, not to get off subject.
No, please.
But I always get off subject.
It's fine. I don't think it's a great subject.
I know multiple people that we graduated with that became conductors.
Dude, I know.
What the fuck is up with that?
I know.
Why are they all conducttors?
Because it's a job.
And you know what I also realized as an adult?
What?
That when you're a conductor, that doesn't mean you're driving the train. You're
just wearing the hat.
Stamps.
Yeah.
That's all.
Do they have to make you wear the hat to do the stamps?
Our friend Ralph Koch, he was like, I'm a conductor now. I'm like, damn, dude, that rules. You drive trains. He's like, no, I just
I
collect
do the stamps.
I'm like, don't call yourself a conductor.
Well, that's what they call them.
But why? They're not.
Know.
I thought so. Like, hey, I'm a pilot now. I just sit in the fucking plane all day, serve drinks.
I check tickets.
It's not. You're not a no, but you're not. You're a stewardess.
My whole thing with the trains is
who's a conductor?
Here's the conductor. That's probably the top job.
But you're called a conductor.
Well, they're conducting things that go on the train. I don't know. It's the symphony of the train.
It's a crazy
They
thing.
conduct it.
So many people conductors, dude.
But here's what
you're
totally right.
Conductor,
Oftentimes
Shaggy
I'm
conductor.
on a train and I see somebody we went to high school with and I'm like, holy shit, this person was the conductor on the train. But here's my beef with trains.
Do you see conductors?
I see them.
Who have you seen?
All the people you mentioned,
Rob
I've seen.
Shaggy, Ralph Koch, all that?
And other people too.
Who? Come on.
I don't know their names off the top of my head. But I'm not outing people like you are so frequently on this pod.
I'm not
All 12 of our
outing
listeners are going to hear their names.
It's a great job.
No,
I don't care.
That's what I mean. It's a good job.
I just think it's bull. Don't call yourself a conductor
I have
unless
one
you're
problem.
driving the train.
I have a problem with
I'm not
it.
a pilot. If
My
I'm
problem is with the costume. Like
costume.
Yeah, you got to wear the old timey hat and the train.
Do they wear that?
Dude, they're all wearing the hats and the outfit like as if it's like a uniform.
Do they get to drive the train?
My whole thing is like if you're not driving the train, you do not need to wear that old timey hat. That's crazy. They make them. You have to dress like that to wear
bus
the
drivers
tickets.
have to wear neckties. That's fucking nuts.
That is nuts.
That
I never
is
even thought
nuts.
about that.
They're wearing
Why
neckties.
are they gonna look like that to drive the
like,
bus?
Shut up, dude. Wear denim jeans and a t-shirt that says Coors Light.
Yeah, let them wear a red striped t-shirt.
Yeah,
Why do
what
they
the
have
fuck?
to? That's crazy.
Yeah.
But like, at least they don't have to wear a weird hat. I guess wearing a tie is pretty shitty to drive the
Wearing
bus.
a tie is terrible, dude.
That's terrible.
Like,
yeah.
all right, if you have to wear a tie, you have to present something. And like, mad Japanese people that have a lot of money, I get that. But when you're just being
right, if you're driving the bus to Atlantic City, then you got to wear a tie.
Why are you wearing?
You want to give off the aura that all the Chinese people are about to win. They're about to win lots of money.
Hey, it's Japanese. We don't talk about China.
All right. Well, the Chinese people are the ones that go to Atlantic City, not the Japanese people.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
Japanese are smarter. They go to parks.
Yeah. The Japanese own the casino. But yeah, no. I mean, wearing the crazy. I just wouldn't want to have to wear that hat.
No.
I'm grateful that I don't have a job, but I'm grateful that I don't have a job where I have to wear a uniform.
If you told me the only thing I had to do was wear that hat, I'd be down for it. If I could wear jeans and like a shirt and just have this hat on, like a flannel.
Yeah, like a porn star.
I'm just like, yo, you got your tickets? Like, nah, did you wear the flannel?
And this is the real sadness of the whole thing too. Is like you don't even really need those guys. Like the technology, you don't need that. It's just like they just keep them around.
Yeah, but the thing is that's why America's so cool. Mm-hmm. Is that you have these guys, but it's because you have these guys. Is like, he didn't check my ticket. Like I get to ride the train sometimes for free.
Right.
I get to go. Like I can do it. You don't have to buy a ticket. Mm-hmm. There's a chance that guy might not ask.
Right. I know, which is great,
and that's why.
But you're a buy a ticket on the train guy. I always have my ticket ahead of time. So
and you that's another weird thing that you do.
It's
you
not
make
weird.
me drive you all the way down the Route 9.
Well, the bus is different.
The bus you walk. I never bought a bus ticket not on the bus.
No, it's more expensive on the bus.
It's $20.
No, did I tell you this? By the way, sorry, separate rant, but
yeah, rant.
We didn't talk about this on the show, and I wanted to mention this. Like, I came down here to visit you. Did I talk about this with the announcement? Did I ever talk about this on a podcast?
Wait, did you?
I don't know.
Fuck, I don't know either.
I'm just gonna tell the story anyway. I'll cut it out if I have to. But
okay. I think you did.
I did.
I think that's the episode that we all know we talked about.
Oh, okay. Yeah, forget it. Just forget it. Anyway, dude, that's the bus that I'm talking about. Yeah, I like to buy a ticket before I get on the bus. I don't like to go on a bus with the bus driver. You don't want to I don't want to interact with the bus driver.
But you just give him $20 and he gives you $1 back. How much is it to come here and back every week?
It's like $27.50.
Holy shit.
Round trip.
Dude, I got to give you half that money.
No, it's fine, dude.
That's a crazy amount. That's $30 every time you come to Old Bridge?
Yeah, but it's all right.
That's nuts.
It's not that nuts.
Is it?
I have $30 every week. It's all right.
I know, but like $30 is $30. Dude.
Yeah, I know. It's whatever.
It's like that's three 6-packs of Stella.
Dude, look, the way I view it is I'm investing in myself.
That's true. That is very true.
And it's all good. I mean, it's fine. And like it seems like a lot because we've been doing these podcasts every single week, but you know, there might be a time where we're not doing them every week. I don't know.
Oh, hey.
You know what I mean? Like if we get busy or something. So it's all good. It's all good. I have to come back here this fucking weekend and do it again.
Why?
Because I have to go see my...
Oh, yeah. We're not going to talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is in the middle of May.
Yeah, we don't know. Yeah. Well, this could be the week. Who knows? You're right? Okay, fine. All right. I had something else I wanted to bring up.
Tell me.
I was thinking about this.
I'm ready.
Okay. So I've been kind of thinking lately about like songs like that were popular when we were younger that would never be popular today.
Mambo number 5.
Great example. Okay. That wasn't what I was going to say, but that's a great example.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
But why would Mambo number 5? Oh, because of all the girls in it?
Yeah, I just
Shaniqua, Monica.
Yeah, like
a little bit of Jessica on my balls.
Yeah.
You couldn't say
like
that. You couldn't sing that today, right?
Thong song.
That's the one I was going to talk about.
Ah, shit. I ruined your
it's exactly what I was saying. I was listening to the thong song the other day. So I put on Cisco's album cover to cover, Unleash the Dragon.
You go cover to cover, Unleash the Dragon.
Well, because I used to have that. That was one of my first CDs.
That's awesome.
Unleash the Dragon. Remember that song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what that was about, right? That was about hard H in the arm.
Heroin?
Yes, this was a big heroin.
I thought it was about his penis.
No, he was unleashing the dragon. He was like getting off of heroin.
Are you sure?
No, I have no idea.
Oh, I think it's more about the dragon in his pants.
I know. It definitely
Cisco was cool. He was young. He had gray hair. He was awesome.
Yeah,
he wore silver outfits. I was thinking about the thong song though, because like
that music video.
I mean, it's a hilarious song. Ooh, that dress so scandalous. You know? Handle this. Yeah, baby.
The way, the way.
I like the way the booty go. Let me see the booty go. I mean, incredible, right?
Yeah,
and it just got. I was thinking about when he that was his big song. That's like his whole legacy. Like, when people think of him for the rest of history, it's etched into the.
And he's never done one more thing.
That's it. He's just the thong song.
He's just the thong song.
He has made. I actually looked it up. He's done a bunch of albums over the years, but nothing could compare to the thong song. And it's so funny because it's like at one point in his life he had to have written that song. Yeah. Maybe like on a guitar or on a piano or something, and then he had to have like shown one of his friends. It was like, "Yo, I wrote a song. Like, can I show you? Do you think this is good? Hold on, it's ooh, that dress so scandalous. You know, like damn, like it's about thongs.
Yeah, and like the crazy thing is that is that what made thongs popular? Did thongs matter before that?
I don't know. What came first, the thong song or thongs? I really don't know.
That's the question.
That's a great question.
That is an unbelievable question.
I don't know the answer to that question.
I really don't.
Yeah, baby. That thong. The
way you move.
I like the way the booty go. Let me see the booty go. Remember he used to do that. He used to get really into it. Yeah, man. I don't know. I've been thinking that's a song that could just never exist right now.
No, definitely not.
Nobody would want to hear it anymore.
Do you have any other examples? Because there's so many.
What else you got?
Oh my God, man!
I mean, every rap song, you know.
Yeah, every rap
song.
Fucking shit. God damn it! I did all for the nookie. That probably wouldn't work anymore.
Dude, even then, like nookie was a pretty outdated term.
Yeah,
you know, it was like.
So you could shove it up your yeah.
Well, a band like Limp Bizkit could never exist today. No. That album could never come out. Who would listen to that? I mean, I guess who listened to it then?
Yeah, but
it was just it was music. I always think about this.
Limp Bizkit's selling out stuff now.
I know because people our age are like, dude, I'll see Limp Bizkit. Yeah, which I would see Limp Bizkit. We talked about seeing Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, I went to go see Creed, dude.
Oh man, forget that.
Listen to me.
Yeah,
listen to me. So my cousin, this was one of the last things AJ did. He saw
Creed?
No, he got fucking pissed at me because I went to go see Creed.
Yeah, Creed sucks.
He was like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So my cousin hits me up. He has the PNC pass, so you get to go to all shows for free. And it's like it's a pretty cool thing. It's $200. Any show you want, anytime. He's like, I'm going to see Creed. He's like, you want to come? I have an extra ticket. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'll go.
Right.
I was there. I got drunk in the parking lot. I was like, God damn, dude.
I love Creed,
They
mate.
sold out a fucking Tuesday night. The place was packed.
Jesus.
Everybody hammered.
Jesus.
Just screaming. Tired, dude. They have every song. I knew the words to every song.
What's some of their big songs?
Can you take me higher?
Can you take me higher?
And then, I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking, maybe 6 feet ain't that far to go. Dude, they're so that my sacrifice.
Yeah. Those songs suck.
I know, but when you're so drunk, you're like, no way. I almost bought $120 fucking cow because they did the Cowboys halftime show.
Yeah.
And they had that weird flying guy that was bald. I don't know if you remember that. Look it up. It's hilarious.
Okay.
Put it on the podcast while we're talking about it. Put him up.
Yeah.
He's a weird flying guy and he was bald. He was like an angel during Higher.
Uh-huh.
But he's wearing a Cowboys jersey because it was at the Cowboys Stadium.
Right.
And it was Stapleton, or not Chris Stapleton, wherever the fuck his name is on the back.
Uh-huh.
I was at the show and my cousin had to convince me not to buy the jersey. I almost bought it for $120. Cowboys jersey. Chris Stott. I was going to get a Stott jersey for $120 at the show. I was like, damn, dude.
Jesus.
And I'm still upset I didn't get that.
Damn, you're a Creed guy. Dude.
Yeah, I actually have.
That's upsetting.
Hold
the
on.
closest I ever came was like listening to like Puddle of Mud when I was like 12. And also, I don't know, like Limp Bizkit's very different than that. This is your video from the show?
Oh, no, this is Superman. Sorry.
That's not Creed, is it?
No. So that's a crazy thing.
Yeah. They played that song?
No.
Oh.
Kryptonite, that band, opened up for
Train,
them.
is that the name of that band?
No. Fuck.
I think it's Train.
No, it's not Train, dude. That Train sings Sons of Jupiter or wherever the fuck that
No,
song
they
is.
don't. Isn't that the Counting Crows?
No, man. You don't know anything
man.
about
I don't know anything about
music.
music anymore. I don't know anything about terrible music from the 90s.
Kryptonite, Three Doors
Thousands.
Down. Three Doors
Down, right.
So they
right.
opened up
Same
for
thing
Creed.
as
So
Train.
I've always known Creed was like a very, very big Christian rock band, right? That's what they're.
I didn't know that until
That's
just
what
now.
their premise is. They're
Okay.
very big Christian rock.
They are?
They didn't mention one thing about Jesus, right?
Yeah.
Three Doors Down, they opened up for Creed the entire time. After every song that nobody knows, they only know Kryptonite.
Right.
They're like, listen, we're so happy we're here with Jesus, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, you're doing this in Jersey. The whole crowd's like, play Superman. Play Superman.
We're Satanists. Move on.
Just move it. And he was like, all right, you want Superman? Fine. And then like they just started playing Superman. And
No way.
Dude, when Creed came out, he literally apologized for them. He's like, we're not going to talk about God. We're sorry that they did that the entire time.
No way.
Yeah, dude. It was awesome. I was like, damn, dude. I'm kind of a Creed guy.
Three Doors Down is a Christian band?
Oh, yeah. Die-hard Christian.
Really?
band. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I didn't know.
And Creed.
And Creed. I really didn't know that.
Big God guys.
Really?
Big God guys.
So if they're big God guys, then why are they apologizing for talking about God?
Because they were in Jersey, dude.
What? There's no. So what? What does it mean? We're in Jersey. What is it? Satanism out here?
No, but they just don't care.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
You're not in the South. You're not in
Right,
Montgomery,
right.
Alabama. You're
Of
not
course.
in the Midwest in Ohio where you're fucking killing
where everybody
yourself.
likes God. That's true. That's right.
You're
Nobody here
you're
listens.
fucking Jersey. It's like, yo, I'm trying to talk about God, and everybody's just screaming, blame Superman, dude. You don't want to hear this shit.
Yeah.
But dude, it was a wild show. Fuck, man, I really want to find.
It's
this
so funny
video.
watching you just looking through your phone, recalling the greatest night of your life, which was attending the Creed concert.
Right,
It's like, dude, and then another amazing thing happened at the Creed show.
Hold on, man. Now, I got to show you.
Dude,
how
you saw a Creed show.
Fucking, I know, and that's all Jay.
That's
so AJ
brutal.
thought he was drunk that night, and he thought he was texting the group chat.
Yeah.
He just kept texting me, "John's a Creed guy. This is so unacceptable. Why isn't anybody answering me?" But I knew he was just texting me, and he was so blacked out.
That's
the
funny.
next day, he screenshotted our conversation and sent it, and then my entire group chat hated me.
Yeah.
For like a whole week. They were like, "Dude, you suck." I was like, "No, dude, you don't
understand. I had a religious experience at the Creed show,
Yeah.
PNC season pass.
Dude, it was unbelievable.
That's pretty insane, dude. I'll tell you that. And I will say, I just want to close the loop on this. I would see Limp Bizkit.
I would too.
We planned, before we had our falling out and stopped talking for 5 years,
I know.
we were planning to see Limp
I know.
Bizkit. They were coming to Webster Hall.
My cousin went at PNC.
Really?
Same pass.
Yeah.
Said it was unbelievable.
Tell you what, John, if they come around this summer,
Let's do it.
we're going to see
We're
fucking
going to Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit.
100%. Let me look it up right now.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I don't know if they're on tour right now. Maybe they're working on a new album.
By the way, the last thing
Chocolate Starfish.
look at my last Google search on the bottom right there.
KKK. Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah, because
how do you join?
You sent me KKK when you were like fucking like saying okay. You said KKK.
Oh, is that why you sent me the KKK photo?
You thought I just randomly sent you a KKK photo?
I just wrote back MAGA. I didn't know what. I don't know. I was like, maybe he thinks this is funny.
Hold on. Yeah, maybe John's weird now. Maybe
John likes the KKK now. I don't know.
Let me see. Hold on. Give me a second. You can.
Chocolate starfish.
Yo.
And the hot dog flavored water.
Bro.
What? What we got?
May 23rd.
May 23rd?
Lincoln Financial Field.
Where's that? I never heard of that. It sounds like in
Philadelphia.
Delaware. Philly?
Yeah, it's the link. It's where the Eagles play.
Is that the only place they're playing?
$60.
Is that the only place? Because I'd have to take off on a Friday night to go see a Limp Bizkit concert in Philadelphia. But I'm open to it.
That's a lot, dude.
I'm not opposed to it.
We can go to Toronto. Damn,
Philly would be closer.
Yeah,
I'm down. May 23rd, we go to Philly.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find anything else. They gotta be playing in Jersey.
If we have to go to Philly, then so be it. I'll do anything to see the Limp Bizkit concert.
Yo, all right. So this would actually be a cool show. It's $120.
Okay. Pretty high for Limp Bizkit, but yeah.
MetLife.
Okay.
It's because Limp Bizkit's playing with Metallica. $125.
They're playing
with Metallica.
With Metallica. They're not playing Metallica's music.
No, Limp Bizkit, Metallica, MetLife Stadium, $125. April 26th. It's like next week.
April 26th.
Yeah, it's a little close.
April 26th. I can't. I have stand up that night.
Nah, yeah, there's no way.
That's Saturday night. Yeah, no, I can't get out of that now.
No,
but I can go to on the 23rd if you're down.
We go to Philly to go watch.
I'd have to take a night off from making money to spend money to go see Limp Bizkit in Philadelphia. But I'm like kind of down.
Dude, it would be an amazing show. It would be awesome. It
would
really
be sick.
would be. It would be sick.
Yeah.
I'm sick of this shit.
Sick of it. Yeah. Some days you just don't want to wake up. Everything is fucked. Everybody sucks.
And you don't
really know why would you want to testify? Ripping someone's head off. No human contact. And if you interact, your life is on contract.
Yeah, we gotta go to wake up, motherfucker.
It's just one of those days.
We gotta go, bro.
We gotta go.
I'm down. Let's make it happen.
Wow, this podcast literally went from questions to talking about Creed and Limp Bizkit. We literally just have
to ending with us making plans to go to Philadelphia. Yeah, I know. We were like, let's do the question format. All right, let's abandon that. Let's talk about Wheel of Fortune for 25 minutes.
All right, I got another question.
Trains.
Yeah, I like this way better. All right, so we got Skinny Vinny. Mm-hmm. He asked us zoo or aquarium and why. So now you're up first.
I mean, I like aquariums. I would, I like to look at the fish. Any stoner likes to look at an aquarium. A zoo I find to be sad.
Really?
Yeah, because you're taking animals and trapping them in a zoo.
So you don't consider
a bunch of
animals?
fat losers can get. Well, no, I mean,
wow, you don't consider fish animals.
Kurt Cobain said it's okay to eat fish. They don't have any feelings, and I also think
is that true?
He did. He said it's okay to eat fish because they don't have any feet. You don't know something in the way. Anyway, okay, so, but I think like a fish. I think is like. It's like Plato's cave. Like they don't know the world is bigger than the bowl.
I understand the little fish, but what about the big fish? I'm talking about big fish.
I feel like I'm interviewing for a job at some weird company to do sales. Like I understand you know a thing or two about little fish, but do you know how to hook a big fish? Okay, do you know how to do that? Do you know how to open up a line of questioning that's going to get somebody to convert to a sale?
For real, I know you know about the little fish.
Yeah.
They don't really know anything. But I'm talking about, like, you see a turtle and a shark and a jellyfish, like, they got to be upset. I got to tell you. They know that they're in there.
I formally am going to say this. I think you're bombed.
Yeah, I am.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
You're saying that you think that little fish don't matter.
No, I said all fish don't matter. Okay, and I didn't say they didn't matter. I'm just saying that I don't think it's like they're like, oh my god, I wish I wasn't trapped in this aquarium. It's probably sick in the aquarium. Like, oh, here comes like God.
So why isn't it sick in like a cage with a giraffe?
You ever been to a zoo?
Yeah.
They don't seem happy.
What about like not
animals are meant to run wild. They're not supposed to be in Brooklyn.
Zoo. I'm talking about like a giant zoo.
I don't know. It just seems like kind of sad to me, dude. A lion belongs in the nature.
Yeah, but do you think a giraffe knows what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
He's got a long neck. He's got a small head, long neck. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't know anything.
No, he knows. I mean,
So you would rather go to an aquarium than a zoo?
Yeah. I wouldn't even go to a zoo. I would not even go.
Wow, we gotta go to a zoo.
If someone was like, I'm not going. I actively don't believe in zoos. Like, I wouldn't go to a zoo.
Oh, you're a big zoo conformist.
I'm anti-zoo, sort of. Yeah.
So you're a
I'm an anti-zooist.
You're an activist for zoos.
I'm not an activist. I don't get involved in any way. I just don't. I'm the opposite of an activist. I just don't go.
Would you do WWF, World Wildlife Federation?
I was about to say, you want to go to a WWE show? I'm down.
Oh
yeah.
my god,
I would totally do that. I would totally do that.
Oh, we should totally do that.
Yeah.
Let me look up WWE.
That's my friend Chris did that for his bachelor party. I thought that's a great idea.
Dude, that's so fucking funny.
Yeah, it's great.
Is he in the WWE? Because it'd be way funnier if he wasn't. And he
he's like he was into it.
He was, and then yeah.
But like him and all his, I thought that's a great idea.
Hold on, man. Let me look this up. WWE event in New Jersey.
WWE, they must do Raw and stuff, right? Like
2025, MetLife Stadium, August 2nd.
Jesus, MetLife Stadium.
We can go see SummerSlam.
SummerSlam?
That's like one of the biggest events of the whole thing. It's probably the tickets are probably outstanding. I'm not paying a lot of money for SummerSlam.
I'm seeing a concert the night before, so I can't do it.
Where you going?
I'm seeing Jamie XX by myself. You know who that is?
Oh, yeah. I actually do know who Jamie XX is.
One of my favorite artists.
Yeah, he's cool as fuck.
He's the only DJ music that I like.
Yeah.
He had an amazing, I think, top 5 greatest albums I've ever heard in my entire life in 2014 called In Colors. I always loved. And then
it's the one with
yep.
literally like rainbow like fucking things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then this year he dropped In Waves, in 2024, which was
really?
10 years later he dropped another record. So he technically only has 2 records.
I'm gonna check that out. Because In
It's
Colors is really cool.
Yeah,
I'm gonna definitely check out In Waves.
It's great. It's great. So he's playing underneath the Brooklyn Bridge.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
That's cool. What are they like coning it off? Like
I don't know exactly how it's gonna work, but it's gonna.
That's
be
fucking.
Did
cool.
I tell you? I got a quick story actually before I saw him. This is like such a moment where I realized I was an old loser. Yeah. So he did a thing in Manhattan. Or actually in Brooklyn a few months ago called it was Jamie XX on the Floor, and I was like, oh, I love Jamie XX. I got to see him while he's in town, and I didn't really understand that like this show I'm going to see in Brooklyn in the summer. It's like a venue. It's like under the bridge. He's going to be like
that's not a venue. It's under a
well,
bridge.
there's gonna be like a stage.
Oh, okay.
This was like some special weird show he was doing. I didn't read the description. So it was like they called it on the floor. So he was like in the middle of like a floor, like he's like in the middle of the room DJing, and everybody's around him in a circle, just like going crazy. And he didn't go on until 1:30 in the morning. Oof. So I should have seen that and been like, I shouldn't go to this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really. What am I doing?
Yeah, you're old.
I'm old.
Yeah.
But I'm going.
But you stay up late, so
it's not that. It's not that. It's like I just was like, oh, I'll go see Jamie XX on the floor at 1:30 in the morning. You know.
Yeah.
So sure enough, he don't go on until 2:30 or whatever. You know. So I go there, and like, dude, I'm not even kidding, dude. It's me and like 5,000 girls on ecstasy that are like 22. Like,
did you mop up?
No, I just felt like a creep. I literally felt like a weirdo.
Yeah.
Like he's in the middle of the floor, everybody's sweaty, and these girls bikini, basically like no clothes on. Everybody's on. You can see everybody's on Molly, like, and they're just like they're literally 22, and I'm just like, I love Jamie XX. I'm like standing in the course 2:30 in the morning. I'm sober. I'm like, what am I? I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah, dude. Fuck, dude.
Yeah, that was a big mistake. All right, folks. That was another episode of Why That's
Diner
Funny.
time.
Thanks for.
I'm just.
Diner time. Nobody knows what you're talking about. we didn't talk about the diner once. That's mad funny. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Why That's Funny, folks. We will catch you on the flip.
Guys, goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. That was a funny
episode. Thank you for listening to Why That's Funny. We hope you enjoyed the show. Message us your questions at Why That's Funny Podcast on Instagram. Until next time, so long.